What is up, everybody? Monkeypuzzle here, and this is episode number 14, playing Primitive Plus on the center. I just did an episode previous where we finished off all the consumables, and you can look at my hotbar. Oh, I just lost my beer symbol, but I got a countdown of my mead and my wine and my hand-rolled cigarette and my prime salad and my tea and my coffee still in effect. So today, though, I wasn't going to do the consumables at all. We got that. We got all the possible crops growing like before. So yeah, we got a nice greenhouse full of all these neat plants that are actually very realistically modeled how they look in the real world. But today the order of business is some weapons and defenses. So previously we went ahead and we made the battle axe and the Viking axe, and we found out that the battle axe is the superior weapon of all the melee weapons available to us in Primitive Plus right now. And then we also figured out that the recurve bow was the best as far as all the bows, and it must take a lot of draw strength as you shake quite a bit when you use it. Can I get this back? I can. So today, though, I discovered there's a few more things in our engrams that we can make here. So let's check this out. We got arrow. So there is also an obsidian arrow, a feathered stone arrow, which I doubt we're going to be able to make because we don't have dodos dropping feathers right now, and a flaming arrow. So let's see what those can do. So here we go. In the flaming arrow requires some gunpowder. The feathered one obviously requires feathers, which we don't have. And the obsidian one requires obsidian. Imagine that. So actually, I don't think I've learned gunpowder yet because I didn't have much call for it. So, oh, I did. Okay. So we can do that. And then actually, before I close out of that, there's two other weapons in here. So, you know, we're primitive, so we don't have like assault rifles and rocket launchers and stuff like that. But we do have a Flintlock pistol, which apparently wants me to learn the flare gun. Let's go ahead and learn that, and then we can get back to the Flintlock, which is there. And there was one other thing too, which I think was the musket. So we can make that. And those both are done at the smithy. So let me see. Let me make some gunpowder. And it's been so long, I actually forget what I need. Charcoal and spark powder, right. So we got some spark powder in there. I've been creating my charcoal up here at this campfire. This bonfire, actually, just because it looks good burning there, and because torches don't use actual wood in this game right now. You have to put oil or spark powder in them. So okay, let's get a bunch of that crafting, and then I wonder how I'm doing for obsidian. Okay, it looks like I've got some right there. And then I'm also probably going to need some flint, because looks like I have to make these from scratch and not just, I can't just convert another arrow. So Enki's nearby if we need that. But we've got some gunpowder, and I actually don't know what bullets the musket and the flintlock uses as well. So let's go ahead and check those out. Let's see. Well, you got the simple bullet in here. And is there any other kind of ammo? Oh, just simple rifle ammo. Okay. Hopefully we needed to learn that. Oh, I never made a hammock in this game. I should. It's the alternative to the bed. Okay, so let me go ahead and get some of these crafting up. So here in the craftables, we can make a flaming arrow now, and we can make this one. So let's make 22 of those. And then we should be able to make only one of those. Well, we want more than that. Let me see. Let some of these, I'll let this count down a little bit, and then we'll clear the queue, and we'll make some more of the obsidian ones. Okay. You stop there. And then, oh, we can make a bunch of those. These use a lot of something that this one doesn't. I can't see because there's too many words in front of me. I'll be back when this is done crafting. Alrighty, so we got those made. Let me see, what do I got? I got 19 obsidian arrows and 19 flaming arrows. So we're going to start with the obsidian arrows in our recurve bow. But let's get all this stuff going. Over here in weapons and firearms now, we can make the flintlock pistol. So let's craft that. We could actually make 12 of them. And we could make the musket. So I'm not sure what ammo they use. I'm assuming that they're actually both going to use simple bullets. But we can go ahead and make some simple rifle ammo too. Because this is not a rifle, it's a musket, so it seems like this is more what it would use. So let's get our pistol and our musket, and our simple bullet and our rifle ammo, and let's see what kind of damage that we can do with these things. So this thing actually, okay, does use the rifle ammo. So it looks like they just have to redo that modeling so it matches, and this goes ahead and uses the simple bullet. So now we need to do some testing, and again, generally the range weapons do not work on the dummies, but I'm gonna go ahead and try it once just to see if that holds true with these guys. So okay, that's a little fancy load there. And that does 0 damage. So we're going to have to shoot our animals again. It's too bad. Alright, Stego, step right up. This was our 180 Stego, who's now like 286 or something like that. It's getting the sunshine so we can see him. And the Stego actually still needs a name. So if anybody has a name for this max level Stego, let me know. Yeah, they got the utility folk following them. So we're going to shoot them in the hindquarters there. So right now, at full health, it's 5,778. Actually, let's help him out a little bit. 6,024. Actually, that was a dumb thing to do, because now it needs to heal. I'll be right back. I was waiting for it to heal up, and then I realized this is actually better done with a carnivore. Well, bear's actually technically an omnivore that I can heal up. So let's check out its health now. 6,547. Alright, went ahead and put that in my calculator so I don't have the pressure of doing math in my head on camera. Oh, sorry, Fuzzy. 6,495. So minus 6,495. That did 52 damage. This is not too bad, but not too great. Yeah. So let me get him healed up. My good old Fuzzy Wuzzy, who has been like my go-to mount for everything, especially when I need to get keratin for all the fertilizer to run this place. Okay, so we're good for another shot here. Let's try with the rifle now and see what that does. I wish I knew how to turn on the damage overlays, but we'll just do it like this. So, sorry, Fuzzy. 6,410. So that does 137 damage. So that's pretty good. I don't remember what the modern rifle does, but I'm not sure if that's equivalent or not. I'll have to definitely look that up. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and check out now. This, we have the obsidian arrow. So are you all healed up? Not quite. Okay, back up there. Sorry, Fuzzy, this hurts you more than me. And 6407. Whoa. So that's 140 damage. That's more than the musket. Alright, so now let's do our final test here. We've got the flaming arrow. I don't know if they work in the rain. But, oh, I feel bad. And 6459. Which I think is only 88 damage. Let me try that again. I don't know if range makes a difference. So let's try it one more time. And 6460. Alright, so I didn't see anything particularly flaming about the arrow. And can we light our building on fire? Where's the wood part? So I don't think it has an animation. It's just called a flaming arrow. So the results I got from this in order of damage are starting at the lowest, is the Flintlock did about 52 damage. The flaming arrow did 87 damage. The musket did 137, and then just slightly more than that was the obsidian arrow at 140. So the obsidian arrow definitely wins. And I just looked up how much the recurve bow did for me with a regular arrow, and it was 127. So you only got 13 more damage points out of the obsidian arrow, and the flame arrow actually did less damage than the regular arrow. So I'm not sure what's up with that, but that's how it is. Maybe the flaming arrow is supposed to do damage over time, and it just doesn't. Anyway, that's my testing. I'm not sure if that was all 100% correct or not, but that gives you a pretty good idea of what's going on. So it seems to me still that the recurve bow with a regular arrow is still the way to go for a ranged weapon. That's the cheapest. Alright, so moving on to defenses, if we have any time left. Here in structures now, in crafting in concrete, I have learned the brick dinosaur gateway. And we can learn 2 of these, because the village here needs some fortification. And now it uses a concrete gate, and we need to make 100 fresh cement. And I think you get 15 out of each one of these. Yeah, so we need to make a little bit more than that. And I gotta let that craft up. But we can go ahead and make the brick, or the brick gateway should be made already. So here they are. Let's go ahead and check out what they look like. So right now the town is pretty much undefended except for my dinos and for the spawns being reduced by all these foundations of these buildings. But there's 2 pinch points here that I think we can reduce with some gates. So this would be one of them. I had started, oh yeah, this is something you can make actually. These are some stone fences. Now they don't stack, but they look kind of cool. They're nice and green and mossy, but they certainly don't stop me. I don't think they'd stop a whole lot of dinos. So those are just more of an aesthetic feature. They don't do a whole lot. But now we can build a brick wall here on the side of town, and that should be pretty good as far as defenses go. So if I was coming into town with a dino, I'd probably either want to come in right there to go behind things, or I'd want to come along the beach. You know what? I'll tell you what. I'm going to put a gate in each place. Let's go ahead over here and get lined up with these, say. So we know we're kind of coming along in the decent direction. Yeah, that's pretty close. And then we'll go ahead and we'll put this, let's say right there for the high one. Oh, and that's not colored either. It's just like the brick is as far as oh, and they snap with each other too, just like regular gateways. Oh, and these actually, you know what? These are the regular ones. These are not the behemoth. What do we got for behemoth? Yeah, for behemoth, we can only do the stone gateway. So nothing new there. So I'll tell you what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put the brick gateway up top for the smaller guys who can go up there. And then I'm going to make a behemoth gateway to go down on this lower end so we can get the big guys in. So far, I don't think we have anybody that needs a behemoth. But, you know, we're a growing metropolis here. So we may need that in the future. And then the other place we want to defend is over here. You can take a brief little look through Jim Bob's cemetery he made for town here. Got a nice little fence. This is one of the other little fences that you can make as long as a stone fence. And yes, he's got some little fancy tombstones here, a big marker, forget what you call that, and then a little tomb here for somebody with a brazier. That's another little thing you can make to burn stuff in, so that's cool. Yeah, and so I think most of these actually aren't marked or taken yet, so if you die, you've already got a pre-made headstone here. But the other part that we can fence off would probably be... Oh, you jerk. Take my cashews. Fine. Yeah, I don't have anything else to put in there. We'll put some fiber. Oh, I can't put fiber down there, can I? Oh, well. Alright. Don't come back. But the other little place would be over here somewhere. And yeah, let's figure out where that would be. So I went ahead and placed it up above, and I'm going to do the same plan as I have over there, where down below is going to go the stone behemoth gateway in all its like oversized hugeness. And it will snap. I was testing it. Oh, somewhere in there. There. And I went ahead and I placed a line of fence foundation so I could go ahead and place the rest of the wall and have it all line up real nice. So you can see it's got pretty good line, pretty much direct pathway to the water. And I went ahead and I did the same thing over on this side. Now before I place the behemoth gates, there's a couple things I want to figure out. And if I didn't explain it before, the reason I'm doing the brick is one, because it's new, but two, it's one of the strongest materials as far as dinos being able to attack it. So there are these lumber dinosaur gateways that I went ahead and made. The thing with them, though, is that they could get eaten. But I wanted to make this fence somewhat interesting as well, and not just place the brick walls like that and just have that skinny little wall that doesn't look like it could add up to much. Oh, and these are not those, but these are the concrete dinosaur gates, and they look just like the reinforced wood gates or stone gates, I guess they are. Now first, let's see if we can paint these. I went ahead and brought the brick colored paint, and let's just dye all the regions. So far, I don't see any results. Okay. And that looks exactly the same in all its grayness. So I made some more of the brick ones. No, not you. You. There you go, to snap along. Oh, and curiously enough, it looks like they're obstructed next to the brick gateway. I can put it one over. So all this makes me think that I should go ahead and just use the lumber gates, because they don't seem to have that problem with obstruction. Actually, I should do it inside so it faces the same way. They'll be a little bit more interesting looking. They can get eaten by attacking dinos, but if I then go ahead and fill them with the brick stuff, let's see how that looks. If we put windows on the bottom and then went up with the brick walls from there, how terrible that would be. It's a little bit weird with them on different levels like that. It kind of makes me not want to put the windows. Might have to put some railings on top or something like that. If I go ahead and do this, let me just dye all these real quick. I don't know why it takes it out of your hand when it's out of dye. It should just let you put more dye in. But let's go ahead. See if I can get the rest of this dyed. Need some help from somebody tall. Be right back. Well, I played with it for a while, and I'm not happy with any of it. Not being able to dye the brick gateway just makes it not work with dyeing the brick here. And they just don't fit right inside of these lumber dinosaur gateways. It just doesn't kind of correspond. But at least we got to see all the new gateways that are available in here. So I even tried it if I was going to put the brick one every other one, because that's the only way it lets me place it. And I don't think I'm going to do that either. So I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of these. And I am immediately overburdened. Hold on a second. And even though I was trying to do something different, I think I'm going to have to go back to my old standard of just putting railings on top of the walls just to make them look a little less boring. And that's the thing I want right there. So that's my usual stone railings that I put on top as soon as the rubble goes away. There is a new railing, the steel railings like that, but they look good as a handrail. But they don't really add much to the top of the fence. So I think I'm just going to go ahead. Can I replace that? No, I'm going to have to get up there and demolish. And just maybe put like a double layer of stone railings along that. It's going to be all gray. And that'll be our fence. I have to redo this reinforced concrete gate too, because I tried dyeing it and only that one little strip successfully dyed. So we are limited again by this mod still being in development, so hopefully 1.5 will come out soon and give us some more options. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and finish it up like I said I was. Okay, my crew and I just got it done. Here's the one on the east side of town right here, so let's just take a final look at how it came together. So there is our good old stone behemoth gate that we are so familiar with and used to, and then here is the new brick dino gate, undyeable but still a new thing. And with all the brick, this should hold up to just about anybody who comes through here, except maybe an alpha who can chew through stone. I'm not sure exactly what level of strength the brick has, but it's as good as we've got. So there we go. There is a steel pillar which we haven't used, but that really wouldn't really lend itself to this fence. And then I got a little tiny door for me. It's even so small I have to duck to get through it. So let's take a final look from above and see what it looks like from up here. I put these little hooks in the end to try to foil the dino AI. So if they come across this way, they'll kind of get turned back around, because I can't really put the fence all the way out into the water. But that gives us a lot more defenses than we had before. Defenses, get it? And it's still open on the water side, but very few dinos are going to come through that way. And if they do, well, hopefully our own critters will be able to defend against them. But we're much better fortified than we were. And it also gives the town a lot more structure and substance and definition. So we're not done here. I'm going to keep adding to it. The next thing I think I'd like to do is, I forget who suggested it, but one of my commenters suggested putting a town hall or plaza on the island there. It's sort of a central feature for the whole thing. So some sort of city hall or something like that. So we'll probably work on that next. We've gotten through most of the new content that comes with Primitive Plus. So maybe one more episode and I'll be able to knock out the rest of my list of that kind of stuff. And then we'll just be waiting for version 1.5 to come out if it brings anything new. And let's just finish off by taking a look at this side. And it's the same deal, same little hook at the end. And not nearly as colorful as I wanted it to be, but it's not bad. I'm okay with it. So I hope you enjoyed learning about all the new weapons and different fortifications we can do here in Primitive Plus. So let's send off an obsidian arrow. I'm now carrying a stack of 50 of them with me at all times. It gives me something to do with that obsidian since we don't have the polymer here in Primitive Plus. Anyway, alright you all, I have been your host, Monkeypuzzle. Thank you for watching until the very end. I look forward to your comments, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. There we go. Bye-bye.